What's up, guys? This is Dr. Alex Ellis. Hey, great to be with you again. Today, I got some incredible information that I want to share with you. Today, I want to share 12 tools that every man should have in his closet. So listen, whether you're just getting started with building your wardrobe or whether you're a seasoned, a style connoisseur, hey, listen, don't presuppose that you know everything that's on my list. I got some good stuff. And so you might have 8 or 9 out of the 12 that I'm going to share. Either way, this information is going to add tremendous value to your life. You ready? Let's go. First up is a lint roller. This is a must-have for any distinguished gentleman, right? So if you're pulling out a jacket or a blazer and it's been in the closet for any period of time, it might have collected dust. Maybe you're wearing it and you haven't worn it. Now you're going into the fall and you're pulling out something you haven't worn in a couple of months. This is perfect for you to just rub on your jacket or rub on your pants to make sure that any lint or dust that was there gets removed. Then you also have another option which accomplishes the same thing, but this is a lint brush. Right? And so now you're brushing your jacket, you're brushing your pants just to make sure that, yes, the details make the difference. And these are the little tips that cause you to make sure that you are looking polished every time you walk out the door. Then there's a seam ripper, right? And I know some of the guys are like, man, what in the world is that? So this seam ripper is really dope because sometimes if you buy a blazer or if you buy a suit jacket, sometimes the chest pocket can be sewn closed, right? And so you don't want to just rip it or you have to find a knife. That's what the seam ripper does. You use this and it cuts open when your chest pocket is sealed, right? Or then sometimes even the flap of the pocket that's on your jacket, that might be closed as well. This is a way to gently open up that jacket pocket. Also, if you purchase a suit, sometimes there is a label on the sleeve, right? You don't want to just snatch that label off. You use the seam ripper. Other times when you purchase a jacket, there's thread in the back that keeps your vents closed. And so this is the perfect tool to use to open up the vents on the back of your jacket. It's called a seam ripper, and you need to make sure that you have one in your closet. Then we have collar stays, right? These collar stays come in both plastic and they come in metal. I highly recommend the metal ones. The plastic ones are a little cheaper, but they don't last as long as the metal ones. And these simply, when you're wearing a dress shirt, they simply slide right under the collar of your shirt and they keep the collar of your shirt nice and firm. Have you ever seen someone and the shirt collar looks like they're going to fly away or is curled up really bad? This is what prevents that. It makes sure that your shirt collar always looks crisp and sharp. This is another detail of a distinguished gentleman. You want to make sure that you have collar stays in your closet. Hey, when we're talking about tools that every man should have in his closet, we can't leave out the tools that are needed to make sure that you care for your shoes. So first up, we have a shoe shine kit, right? In this kit is a shoe brush, it's shoe cream, it's a small shoe polishing cloth. All of this comes perfectly wrapped in this kit. Everything that you need. Also, it comes in brown and black. So the basic colors of men's shoes. All of this is found right here in your shoe kit. Then there are times when you don't have the time to shine your shoes. And if you're running out real quick and you don't have time to really be detailed in shining your shoes, you can just grab this, the shoe shine sponge, right? And just wipe down your shoes real quick before you head out the door to make sure that your shoes look sharp and polished when you head out to that event. Next up, you have a shoe horn. I do a whole video on shoe care. So check out my YouTube channel and you'll find more information. I mean, a full, robust video on shoe care. But I also talk about shoe horns and how necessary shoe horns are. And guess what? Your finger is not a shoe horn. Gentlemen, invest in a shoe horn. It will save the heel of your shoe, right? It'll keep you from just breaking down the back part of your shoe. Hey, take a second, grab a shoe horn, slide that between your shoe and your foot. Your foot will slide into that shoe effortlessly, and it will keep the shape of your shoe for a very long time. Please make sure that you invest in a shoe horn. And then next up, finally in the area of shoes, is a shoe tree. Again, a shoe tree made of cedar. A cedar shoe tree is perfect, right? It does several things. It absorbs the sweat that sometimes our feet sweat when we're walking and running and doing so many things during the course of the day. It restores the shape of your shoe. That's why it's shaped like a foot. And then it's cedar. So it has a very pleasant smell and a very pleasant aroma, so that when you coming after, a long day of work, sometimes our shoes don't smell the best. But a cedar shoe tree makes sure that your shoe stays in its proper form, in its proper shape, and it smells great and it absorbs sweat. You want to make sure that you grab a pair of cedar shoe trees. Hey, when it comes to tools that every gentleman needs in his closet, we can't leave out quality hangers. Gentlemen, just because they give you hangers when you take your clothes to the cleaners does not mean that that's the best hanger for your clothing, especially when it comes to jackets, especially when it comes to suits. This is an ideal hanger, not only because it's sturdy, right? Sometimes guys put slacks, chinos, trousers, pants on plastic hangers, and they don't hold. They're not firm. So you have terrible wrinkles in your pants when you go to take them off and wear them. But if you purchase a quality wood hanger, it has a good, solid, firm bar where you can drape your pants. And then this one is even better because it has the rounded shoulders, right? Which gives the shape and the form of your actual shoulders. So your jackets look really nice when you put them on. Why? Because this has held the shape just as if you had it on. So invest in quality hangers. Next up is static guard. Have you ever gone somewhere and you're wondering, you're like, man, my pants are sticking to me. Why are my pants like that? And that's because you had static cling. And so you needed static guard, right? And you don't use static guard all the time. But trust me, when you need it, it is best to already have it in your closet. Right? And then you're able to spray your pant leg down. And I'm telling you, that static disappears and you're able to walk out just with the flow. Your pants are flowing. You really, just vibing. You got your swag is high because you're not suffering with static cling. Then this is a big one. This is important, especially when you get into your fall and winter clothing. This is a fuzz buster. What is that? This is a fuzz buster. This is what you need for your sweaters, especially those sweaters that you love to wear and you wear them all the time. And over a period of time, though, they begin to get lint balls on them, right? And so then you need to take the fuzz buster. Oh, I know you hear it. And it really does an amazing job. It's magical. And all of those balls that knot up over time, they disappear. This fuzz buster eliminates them and actually traps them at the bottom. There we go. Traps them at the bottom. And it's simple, man. You take this, you just... Okay, there you go. You dump it out and there are all the fuzz that came off the sweater that you had on, right? So it keeps your sweaters looking brand new, looking fresh, and not looking worn out. It doesn't damage your sweater, but it makes sure that they look vibrant and that they look fresh, and that they don't look overworn and worn out. So you want to make sure that you invest in a fuzz buster. Then there is a trusty iron. Hey, listen, in some circles, irons have gone out of style, but I want to encourage you that it is a tool that every man needs to have in his closet. And I don't mean just any kind of iron. I mean a quality iron that not only just irons, but that also shoots steam. Right? So when you're ironing your clothes, if you want a really nice crease in your pants, or if you want to just simply knock out the wrinkles from the last time that you wore a pair of pants or trousers, or if you want to press your shirt so that your shirt is looking, flawless, right? And ironed to perfection, you want to make sure that you have a quality iron. And then there are other things that you don't necessarily want to iron, but they might need to be steamed. So maybe it's a jacket, maybe it's an overcoat, right? That you had in the closet for a while and it's gotten wrinkled, right? And you don't necessarily want to press a hot iron on it. But if you have the ability to change the settings to steam, you can from a distance steam that jacket or steam whatever it is that you're trying to wear, but make sure you invest in a quality iron. And I'm telling you, it's a tool that every gentleman needs. I use them every day because I believe that the details make the difference. And if you want to stand out in the crowd and you want to make sure that your look remains polished, gentlemen, make sure that you invest in a quality iron.